Welcome to Book Buddies, the podcast full of book reviews, rankings, and all sorts of activities with books. I'm Louisa Hammond, self-proclaimed book dragon with a Bachelor of Arts in English with an emphasis in creative writing, as well as theater. Last month, I read Eragon for the first time. It is the first book in the Inheritance cycle. I really loved it, so today I'm going to give you my spoiler-free thoughts on the book. So the story is about a boy named Eragon. He is a farm boy. He lives with his uncle and cousin as his mother left shortly after he was born, and he doesn't know who his father is. One day he finds this dragon egg, not knowing it's a dragon egg, but he takes it home, and the thing is, in this world, dragons used to be popular, well-loved, but the people, specifically the king, found out they were intellectual equals with humans, so dragons were essentially chased off. So when Eragon, the dragon, hatches, Eragon's very shocked, and he has to hide it in order to protect himself and his friends and family. And shockingly, Eragon is not actually the dragon. The dragon's name is Saphira. It's a little bit of the modern day Frankenstein's versus Frankenstein's monster. I really love the setup of the story where before Eragon finds Saphira, dragons are simply parts of stories, and the idea of humans and dragons having once been friends only for humans to become intimidated by the dragons was really interesting, and I loved that setup. Similarly, I really liked the bond between Eragon and Saphira, how when he meets her, she was in an egg and he didn't think she was going to be a dragon. But then as they grow closer, he's able to telepathically communicate with her, which I feel as though you don't see often in books. And I liked how when he first starts to ride her, it's not a cool magical experience, which I feel like is often the case in dragon stories where the main character is on the dragon for the first time and he rides through the air and it's amazing, which that's not what this book is, what happens in the book. The first time he rides her, it's quite painful and he's not happy with her in the slightest. I also really liked the characters throughout. Eragon's a very relatable, realistic character. He's about 14, 15 at the start of the book, and he just wants to live life normally. He's about to become a man, and he's quite happy with his life, but he really doesn't want things to change. But then Saphira comes into the picture. Some people find out or have heard rumors that an egg has been found. So he has to start making choices. And I like how you never quite know what's going to happen next. You start the book and you think, okay, this is what's going to happen. But then later on, we find out this. We meet this character and we realize, oh, it's going to be like this. And then perhaps a little bit later, we get another plot twist where you're not sure what's going to happen yet next. And you're not even sure, like, is this character gonna be all right? Can we trust this person? And so I really liked that, and I think the ending is a perfect ending for the start of a series where it's satisfying, but you also want more. You know that there are some questions that haven't been answered yet, and you're wondering. So I'm hoping those questions are answered in the next book, or at least by the end of the series. One thing that I didn't love about this book, though, was there were ideas that I felt that were just thrust upon and not properly built up. For example, I knew Eragon would be a dragon rider, but shortly after he starts riding Saphira, he grows a closer bond with her. We all of a sudden learn, like, oh yeah, actually, this can happen now. You can do this now. And I'm like, what? this seems like kind of a big idea to just throw in your story. Your character can now do this. And maybe it was attributed to earlier on, and I know that books need a good, like, books have plot twists and whatnot, and that's what makes a lot of them really great, but there's a plot twist, and then there's just, surprise, here it is, this is the idea now, and yeah, I felt like some ideas should have been built up a little bit more before they properly played the part in the story. However, back to the things that I loved about this book, I really enjoyed the supporting cast a lot. We have, especially because there's a noble twist with them. When we meet them, we're not sure what to think, but then we learn more about them. You have some noble plot twists with their connections, and that makes them more interesting, and you want to find out more about them, and you really feel like you grow a connection with the characters by the end of the book. So overall, I really loved Eragon, and I definitely will be reading the sequels soon, and I can't wait to see where it goes. If you enjoyed this, please share with all your friends. I'm Louisa Hammond. I'll see you next time.